I may have to put this down to paint. Alright, so there's the first primer. In there was very difficult to paint, but yeah, this won't even really need that much primer because the top coat is so thick that this will probably be fine. It's all been sanded before, so in there, not easy to do. Okay, next task. This is the final piece. Not too bad, I'll have to plane it. So I'm trying to check off these little bits that I've been waiting to finish for quite some time, including this, which we did do, the port side porthole here in the galley. Is done. Final fair and paint, which I believe was also for that, was actually done. And currently we are gutting the head. I still have to do the stripping of the roof in the salon. Replace the port side aft rotted deck beam. That's going to come up soon because I have to do the other chain plate. Final non-skid. That's going to be one of the last things I do. For the head, remove plus replace the flooring. So I've removed the flooring, but I haven't replaced it yet. There's a few things I've got to do there, like glass up what's remaining, make a template for how I'm going to fit the top of the shower sump. I have to sort of work on that a little bit still. This does explain the leaking. The delamination here is pretty bad, and I assume it goes on all the way around the back here. And there's a lot of black mold over here as well. So I'll have to deal with that in the coming weeks. The sooner the better, because I'm trying to dry out the boat before winter starts. The rainy season's kind of already started. Just a few minutes ago the sun disappeared and suddenly it rained. Now the sun's coming back. So I'll carry on chipping that away, and I need to check up and see how this went. So that looks dry. I don't know if I'll be able to paint that today with the top coat. I need some paint brushes. So I've got lots of rollers, but I don't have any actual brushes, and I need brushes to get into all the corners. So I need to go out and get some brushes. As soon as I got brushes, I'll do a top coat on that, and then once that top coat is done, the engine batteries can move in there. Then I can work on some electrical and get the engine wired up to the correct place. Then I just need to buy an alternator and wire that up. Yeah. Right, everything's cleaned up. Now I need to make a template for there so that I can see how much wood I actually need to get. I've also got to redo that piece. There's some holes over there. I'm not sure if I'm going to need those. There's some holes over there. And then I have to patch all of that. Now all of that will be done with fiberglass and epoxy. This entire bottom rotten piece of the bulkhead definitely gets redone from scratch. That explains why I can't get that off. That's completely rotted out and rusted in place. It just turns and turns. And it looks like that part of the deck is also rotten. Okay. Add it to the list. Alright, that's a bit of a bitch to get to that. I'm going to need somebody in there, someone small and nimble. I think I'll have to make a plan to bring the kid round. Well, she's not that small anymore, but she is nimble, and maybe she can hold a spanner or something, or even just break it and knock it out. Let's have a look. Then I have to clearly repair that part of the deck. That looks like it's all rotten and broken, so that'll have to be for tomorrow because I'm tired today. So yeah, let me go do that. I still have to go get some paintbrushes. Morning. Right, once those portholes are removed, I should have plenty of space to start fixing up those edges like I've done for all the other portholes. I've got to fill and thicken epoxy on the edge of the coach roof at the aft section. I've got to put a strip of tape and glass that in and just make a better transition to the deck, because there's all sorts of weird rot going on there. Then I've got to fill any rot that I might find on the wood and paint, etc. Make nice again. It's going to be a really hot day today, so let's see how much I can do, because I've got to start editing and rendering this video before 12, get it uploaded for you guys tonight. Alright, I think that's about all that I can squeeze into this episode for this week. Lots of tiny little things to just knock things off my list. Start working on those portholes at the back, reinforcing with fiberglass that edge where it meets the deck. I'm going to sand that back. I'll probably do some fairing. I'll need to fill in the spaces where the drains were for the old portholes. The new ones are in the middle, and I have to widen it a little bit slightly. That wood isn't very good. I might have to dig some of it out because it's all rotten, as you can see in the previous video. I'll wait for that to set up. I'll start editing this video now, and then after it's set up, I'll get some thickened epoxy and I'll fill all of that in, leave that overnight, and we should be good. It's a really hot day today, which is great. Thank you everybody for joining this week. As always, thank you for liking and subscribing and commenting, for those who do comment. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, there's a link down below to help support this channel. And I will see you all next week. There'll be a little bit more sort of running around. I have to make a template still for the head. The reason I want to get all these little things out the way is I need to order some marine ply, and I need to know how much to order, so I need to just get some jobs out the way. And so that'll be it. Thank you everyone. See you next week. Bye bye.